Hello, it's Ben with the DIY Homefront, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the faucet on the kitchen sink because it's got a small leak. Can you see that? Whenever you run the cold water, you end up getting water that comes out. It's not much, but it's a little bit. And to be honest, this is pretty tired looking. So let's see if we can't get this all fixed up. This is what we have to take its place, and it should cover this up. So let's open this up and see what we can do. Well, I got this Delta faucet from one of the local chain box stores we have in town. And I got it because I wanted it to be similar to the one that's in the bathroom. And I think it really does. It's got a chrome finish, it's got a spray nozzle, and the price wasn't too bad. About $109 when it's all said and done. I think this is going to look really nice when it's installed. But that installation doesn't come without some problems. It's a tight space underneath that sink. And I'll need to move everything out of the way if I'm going to fit in there. First thing we want to do is turn the water off. And you probably should have a towel on hand because there's going to be some water that comes out of these hoses when they get disconnected. If you get lucky, there won't be any hard water buildup on the threads, and you might be able to disconnect everything just by hand. If you're not so lucky, it'll be time to try to get a wrench up in there to get these nuts off. I'll take a pair of scissors and I'll cut the water line that goes to the spray nozzle, and then I can feed that up through the bottom of the sink and remove it from the top. I had to use an open end wrench to loosen the water lines before I could finish removing the nuts by hand. But once you have the water lines out of the way, it's no problem at all to get those oversized plastic nuts off by hand. And now it's time to get out from underneath the sink and go to the top where we can finish removing the hardware and clean everything up before we put the new faucet on. Here you can see hard water and mildew buildup from the old faucet. Fortunately, this is a stainless steel sink and it's pretty easy to fix before we put the new faucet on. My go-to for cleaning up a stainless steel sink is to take a green Scotch-Brite pad and use it almost like sandpaper and go over the whole surface. It does really good on the inside of the sink too. The first thing I'll do is put the decorative trim in the hole for the spray nozzle, and then I'll push the hose into the spray nozzle, and then I can feed the spray nozzle hose down into the cabinet. Boy, I can't get over how much better that chrome spray nozzle looks compared to that generic white one the last faucet came with. Okay, it's back underneath the sink, and with any luck this will be the last time. I'll start with the lock nut that goes onto the hose reel for the spray nozzle and get that all tightened up. Now there's the two black plastic pieces that go on the hot and cold water lines. I will turn those as hard as I can by hand because they're not really designed for a pair of pliers to get a good grip on them. And then I will attach the hot and cold water lines. And before I secure those with an open end box wrench, I'll go ahead and attach the hose that goes to the spray nozzle. It literally just gets pushed onto the faucet and clicks into place with some metal fasteners that's already attached to the end of the hose. Well, it's time to turn the water back on and start looking for leaks. Most of the time when you put on the hot and cold water handles, there's a screw in the very center of the handle that you tighten up. But these two handles have a set screw that's located on the side, and you use an Allen wrench to tighten them down. Well, having said that, I believe we're about done. I'll spend a few more minutes with my Scotch-Brite and finish cleaning the rest of the stainless steel sink, and then check one more time for any water leaks. Well, there you go, a new faucet for $109, and the kitchen sink looks great. Hopefully I'll get another 15 years out of this one. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'll see you in that next video.